It's 1st of Feb, not much going on. We've had one single small frost in West London so far this year. A couple of really light ones that don't last for a couple of hours, but everything seems okay. Everything's covered. There's just very little going on. There's bits of sedum coming up. I've covered everything up as well as I can. Foxes are having lots of fun digging around. Cheryl's looking a bit beaten up. She's been knocked over a few times, but not doing too bad. Ferns are starting to come out. There are little bits of life appearing, but it's just quite a boring time of the year, really. I've put tons of stuff in the greenhouse this year just to see if I can overwinter it, and I keep the temperature just above about 4 or 5 degrees. But it's pretty stacked out. But I'm pleased with it. It's worked pretty well. I've got numbers brugmansias in here and various cuttings and stuff. I've kept it absolute minimal watering on any of it. Some of these Gaillardias, I think they're called Gaillards, they were looking a bit sorry for themselves a few days ago, so I gave them some water and they've come back to life. Just left the lettuce in there. Probably could get a sandwich out of it, but just tried it for fun. But everything else seems to be going along quite nicely. Little bits of life here and there, but nothing looks as if it's dying. So I'm pleased with that. We'll see what happens in the spring. Certainly some of the brugmansias are coming to life a bit. The lemon trees keep producing buds. Obviously the fruit's not growing much, there's no sort of heat from that. This big brugmansia that I took out has done very well. So other than that, it's been pretty boring. I've moved some of these pots now that I grew with the lasagna pots down to the patio, so hopefully we'll get some joy out of those. These are the garlic that I planted earlier in the year. They're okay, everything's fine here. Ella's fine, aren't you, Ella? Yes you are, aren't you? And yeah, it's pretty boring really. I had a look around the back of the wall yesterday, everything's going fine there. Just thinking about what to do there next year. The succulents are all looking fine, everything's surviving. So just the weather has just been so mild. So the sedum is starting to come back, and there's a few bits and pieces pushing through, but a long way to go yet. But really not much to do. I cut back the fruit trees a couple of days ago. I'm not very hopeful for those. I think they're 3 years. That's a plum tree. They're 3 years old this year. They flowered last year, but I've got no fruit at all. What I'm really disappointed about are the sagos. I thought I'd done everything right this year, but once again, they're all going to go brown. I've tried wrapping them, not wrapping them. I can't take them into the greenhouse because the pots are just far too big and heavy, but they came back last year, so I'm hoping they'll do the same again this year. Given up trying to keep the furniture wrapped. It's fine in the wet, but you just, once this wind blows here, the house is called Four Winds because it sits on a bit of a hill, so nothing stays on for long. Yeah, pretty boring really, but I have got loads and loads of bulbs and things in the planters here and in these pots. So these are starting to come to life, and we'll see how that works. Again, I've cleared all the planters out here, and there's loads of bulbs, different things in there. I've got some alstroemeria, which I'm told is hardy, but I find that hard to believe, but they're still hanging on. So we'll see. We'll just I won't do another one of these now. We're away for a good while, probably middle of March. One thing that has worked beautifully has been these amaryllis. So you can just see a bit, or maybe you can't, in the house. I've got a couple. They've been fantastic, these bulbs, and I've kept a couple for coming out in the summer. So I'm definitely going to have some more of those in the house next year. They've been really fantastic. There's a plane up there somewhere, flying off to some sunny climes. where we will be hopefully in the not too distant future. That'll do till March.